What's happening, babies? Elton McFall here, about to leave Georges-Vanier metro station, and I'm not even outside yet, and I can feel the heat, or I should say more heat than humidity, because it's been like the most friggin' humid, I think, last 2 weeks I've ever seen in my life. Today's being the 8th of July 2023, and it's probably about 29, 30 degrees Celsius. And it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I figure it's a Saturday. I've been wanting to do a walking video actually on this street, Georges-Vanier, for quite some time. This right here is Saint Antoine. Here's your partial view of downtown Montreal, but it's really mostly showing condos that have been built in the last so many years actually, so nothing too thrilling unless you're heavily into architecture, I guess. There's our iconic Montreal Metro sign. I wanted to use my camera, my Nikon, to do this video, but I don't know how much battery is in it, so I figure we'll speaking of architecture, this tunnel goes right under Highway 20 and the train tracks to go right to downtown. Yeah, that's the style now, is to have your car backfiring, you know? Yeah, whatever. Very old school. I'm at... Oh wow, really? Nice. Good job, buddy. I filmed you. Like, you couldn't fucking wait. You know, like, I'm walking here. Couldn't wait a minute. Asshole jag-off. You know, I've noticed a lot of people, by the way, who drive these micro cars, these subcompact cars. I hate to say it, but they're often the worst drivers. Because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about that car. It's point A to point B. And because it's good on gas, so that gives them an excuse to drive like freaking maniacs, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, what a jerk. Man, like... totally on purpose, you know. Anyway, I've been wanting, like I said, to do a walking video on this street a long time. This used to be really a predominantly poor area, and predominantly used to be black. Hence, it was home of the famous jazz musician, Mr. Oliver Jones. And it goes. We're walking southbound here. I'm gonna go all the way to the end, which is I think a block or two after Notre Dame Street. And it's funny, when I was friends with Simon years ago, you know, he was from Pointe Claire, right? But his parents were hipsters. His father was an artist, and they actually bought an old townhouse here, and they got tired of it eventually. I don't remember for whatever reasons, and they moved out. But I could imagine for a few reasons why they got tired of it. You know, there's a riff-raff factor, there's crime, of course, there's high taxes, of course. None of which, of course, used to apply to this area. Interestingly enough, though, you have like, look, I think he used to live right on this street here somewhere. Yeah. Let's just get a shot here. Actually, it's funny. I came here about a week or two ago, and I took a picture right here. I like this particular building right here because the color is painted blue. It looks nice, you know. The street sign. Ooh, that's a nice color. Where's the damn street signs? Oh, they put the street signs in the middle, right? So I can't see them. Okay, well, let's see if we can zoom in there without crossing the street. Oh yeah, Deco Sud. Right. Funny, the way I was looking at my phone was I had my screen right next. I had the screen right up against my face because I'm visually impaired. But just like my friend Grant, who is my friend, who's visually impaired as I am, actually, maybe even worse. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's got his face right up against the camera. And you know, if I didn't mention it before, what's great about having a friend like his, not only is he a few years older than me, and he loves transport, it's because of the fact that he has that disability. He's like myself. He's visually impaired. He's legally blind. He cannot drive legally, so it sucks. At least it's great to have a friend you can relate to that when you know that pretty much everybody else is driving. That's, in their sense, painful, you know. But look at these beauties. You can see they're all remodeled, redone, restored, repainted. They look nice. But you know, you look at just a lot of these cars around here, and you can see this is still a poor area, though. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, I don't know, there's a few luxury cars here and there, but really, how many? This is the Petit Bourgogne area, by the way, the Little Burgundy area. And a lot of this stuff here, these townhouses were built in the 80s, 90s. Those ones over there too. and which means, of course, that they destroyed a lot of the ones that were dilapidated and that couldn't be fixed, you know, couldn't be saved. They were too old. So, but you know, I've never done many walking videos in this area. I think maybe I've done 2 of them or so. I know my friend Brian Bridgman, who's got his black Capri. Actually, he used to live around here somewhere. That's how I met him. He saw the video I did of his car, and he was thrilled about it, you know. And that's how it happened, you know. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Well, I was thinking about asking you guys for your donations, but what's the point doing it all the time? It rarely ever happens anyway. Everybody's so tapped lately. But again, thanks to some of you who did, and I really do appreciate that. Helps the cause, as we say, even though I'm still looking for a job, but I suck at it because I've been on a job in 10 years. The last 4 jobs I did were terrible, didn't work out. And I know what I'm looking for specifically, but it's hard to find, especially on a part-time basis. So, and now we are at Saint Jacques Street. I recognize the traffic going eastbound. This is the same street that goes this way to Lionel Groulx Metro Station, which of course is one of the major transfer stations from the Green and the Orange line, which was completed, I don't remember, sometime in the 70s, I think. Or was it 80s? Oh yeah, and then there's this bike path I never see being used, but that's another story. I don't want to talk about that really, you know. But because it seems to be still pretty blue collar around here, judging by these cars, all these cheap cars, that I don't think we're going to see any oldies around here really. That'd be sweet, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Hey, you know, I mean, they can't all be wealthy parts of towns, right? I mean, downtown compared to here is loaded. I mean, you just look at the luxury cars, the amount of Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, Porsches you see driving is astronomical, let alone those stupid EVs, those Teslas and all this crap, which people think they're saving the planet. They're not. They're doing it more harm than anything. So yeah, this is not a long walking video, just a short thing. And there's a nice back alleyway here. That would be kind of put on the to-do list in the future. Maybe there's something retro back there. Probably not anymore anyway. Oh yeah, I was looking for this mural of Mr. Oliver Jones, who actually I did see in concert once. I think I won the tickets on CJD or something. Yeah, there, I think it's right here. This might be my the thumbnail I would be looking for, the mural. Oh yeah, look, you can't even really see it well actually. Look at that. Me, of course, is a huge fan of rhythm and blues, jazz, blues, funk, soul, especially soul and funk and blues. Yeah. And also what's really nice about this is that nobody's actually ruined it. I'm imagining it was because it was done by a tagger. I wonder what he's reflecting upon there. He's reflecting about what he's going to play next. Right? Now the street signs are on the sign it was at before. Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen, if you're from this area, you lived in this area, you used to visit this area, shed some light, shed some stories, whatever. I'd like to read about it. Some of us would like to read about it. You know, maybe you knew Oliver Jones, you know? Maybe it was a prick. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Oh yeah, you see, this is Lionel Groulx Street, named right after the station. I know they were talking about, I think they were talking about naming one of the REM train stations after this guy, but you know, again, hey, come on, it's Quebec, you know, we can't have an Anglo's name, let alone a black man. Hey, come on, that's too much to ask for. That's just, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, concurrent, I don't know what it is, you know. Nobody's perfect, man, eh? Believe me, I know all about not being perfect. Like, look at this place here. It's kind of interesting because it got an old look. I mean, even it got the narrow vertical windows like my place in Hochelaga, which is a typical, you know, old school thing. But is it really old though? I don't know. If it's old, it was all redone. That's for sure. I don't know. What do I know? I like the color on that Beamer, even though I'm less a fan of Beamers than I used to be. And let's just say that a lot of people drive these cars. I don't like how they drive, so we'll just leave it at that. Not everybody, but hey, we'll just leave it at that. Look at that. Man, I thought that was a Maserati for a second. There was something about the way they did this grille. It looks like a Maserati next to a friggin' circa 2000, 1999, 1998, 1997 Honda Civic. Probably has like 400,000 kilometers on it or something. You know, there's something funny about this area that strikes me actually, is that a lot of these track homes, it actually reminds me of, there's certain streets that look like that in the West Island, like even in Point Claire or DDO and stuff, that they have homes like that, like detached, all attached type, whatever you call them. They're not bungalows. You know what I mean. Come on. So, some kind of fiesta thing going. Hey, there's another street I've been meaning to do a walk-in video. Here's Workman, which of course heads down there after Atwater into the Saint Henri district, if I didn't mention Saint Henri. And that way, of course, after this area of Little Burgundy is Griffintown, which is my least favorite part of the city, because if you don't know Griffintown, it's completely changed. Yes, it used to be industrial, it used to be very poor, but on the other hand, it's all condos. It's lost any kind of soul that it had. It's all out the window. So imagine when I was surprised when I was by there a few days ago, not too far from here actually. My friend Joel's brother used to drive calèches, and he still lives at that barn because he takes care of the horses. They still have the horses, and his Pontiac was there. And but it's just like, wow, it almost doesn't fit in the whole scheme of things, because it's just so old and worn out compared to all these brand new condos, and everything is very geometric and spiffy, And now we're at Notre Dame. I used to go down there time and time again to go to the old Salvation Army thrift shop. It was the head office here in Montreal, but they couldn't afford the rent anymore, so they closed it down. And now I'm sure it must be a condo, because in Montreal everything becomes a condo. It just becomes so predictable, and that's how the rich want it. Not gonna make a community park, that's for sure. Where the hell am I now? I don't know what's true. No, I know where I am. Anyway, we're almost done here. Oh my God, it's hot today. Oh. Whew. You ever sometimes kind of worry, for nothing when you don't feel your phone is on you? That's because the point has come with me sometimes, but that's also because I have to go to the bathroom actually. Speaking of old Honda Civics, boy, these cars last forever. There's just tons and tons of them. There's more of them than Corollas, I think, even. Look at these beautiful trees. Yeah, there's this old industrial company. I forget what it's called, but they actually have. It's so old and it's so important that they actually have I actually feel stupid. I don't even know what company it is, but anyway, they still have a train spur, CN tracks that run all the way to the main line, west that way to. Oh God, I love this breeze. Oh my God, I want it to stay this way. Anyway, those tracks run all the way to the main line, the CN main line there. Yeah, I never walked over here though. Oh my God, I can't imagine the elevators in there. Oh man, stuff like that I wish I could see and even record, more importantly. And now we're ending the little walk here, which is fine with me. Right here, ending the walk here on Georges-Vanier Street. Wonder if we can actually sort of look over and kind of zoom in a bit. That sounds like a train actually. No, I don't think it's a train. Look, you can see the train cars right there though. That's a cool way to finish, especially since I was here 2 days ago. There wasn't even a breeze 2 days ago. Most of the days were like that. It was like 30 degrees and it felt like 40 and there was no freaking breeze. Just unreal and humid, man. Very muggy. So when they say, oh, it's not bad, it's a dry heat. Well, it's better today. There's some humidity, but not as bad as it was, like I said, the whole bloody week and a half or 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's just like this tropical Florida type weather we've been having for the longest time. We're stuck in this pattern. We just can't get out of it, So, again, guys, make sure I didn't press the stop record. Thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. please subscribe. And like I said, hey, if you have any memories of living down here near this street in that area, Little Burgundy, hey, let me know, man. I'd like to know more about that, especially your, whatever cars you used to have there, or neighbors, or stores, or whatever. It's cool to read about. It means that these videos are especially making a difference for you, and the good times hopefully you had living in this area, or maybe they weren't good, but maybe actually you can watch it and see the changes in a positive way. Look at this name, Saint Cunegonde. Yeah, I'm not gonna even attempt to say that in English, but thanks again, guys. Take care, all the best, be good, bye bye.